So I would like to first introduce myself. My name is Molly Dunn. I'm the coordinator of retention and recruitment for St. Lucie Public Schools. Today we're going to be talking about the steps to become a teacher or substitute. This is our first webinar doing this, so we are very excited to see you all virtually. Hopefully we can see each other in person again soon, but we are just so happy you're here today. And then I also would like to introduce Jennifer DiDonato.
Good morning. My name is Jennifer, and I'm the certification specialist for St. Lucie Public Schools.
All right, so we are going to get started, and feel free to leave any questions in the discussion. We'll be happy to answer them. All right, so I always like to start off by talking about our mission statement here with St. Lucie Public Schools. Our mission is to ensure that all students graduate from safe and caring schools equipped with the knowledge, skills, and desire to succeed. So we're going to pass it over to Jennifer to talk about teachers.
So many of you might be wondering, what are the requirements that you need to do to get started to become a teacher for St. Lucie Public Schools? You first and foremost need to have a bachelor's degree or higher in a Florida Department of Education accepted subject, or by passing a Florida teacher certification exam in any subject area. Some common DOE accepted degree majors that we often see are business administration, engineering, history, economics, poli-sci, psychology, and sociology. This is in lieu of, people that come in frequently with like an elementary education type degree. So some examples of degree majors that we see that are not accepted and commonly obtained are organizational management, human services, and the criminal justice bachelor's degree. So with those degree majors, you would definitely need to take a subject area exam to qualify. So many of you might be wondering, well, what steps do you need to take as far as getting a teaching certificate? That is an anticipated question that I receive. So if you have passed a subject area exam or you have an acceptable degree major, you're first going to want to apply at the Department of Education of Florida's website. After you apply and pay and have your official transcripts, the DOE will review your application, and then you will receive a statement of eligibility. That statement will clearly identify if you are eligible or not and what you need to do to become eligible if you aren't. Then you can apply with that statement of eligibility with St. Lucie Public Schools. Once you are employed with a school district here in Florida, the Department of Education will send you a temporary Florida teaching certificate. So that is something that you hired by a school district as a full-time teacher in order to receive that temp. And then once you are hired under that temporary, the Department of Education gives you 3 years to upgrade to receive a professional teaching certificate. And there'll be some requirements listed on that statement of eligibility that you would need to complete for that upgrade. So taking getting a temporary teaching certificate, you have a 3-year validity period, like I stated earlier. And then these are the requirements that we see generally posted on everyone's statement. General knowledge exam, the professional education exam, as well as specific college coursework. Now, when you are an education degree major, most likely you will have up to 6 college courses to complete. So everyone's requirements are different, and I recommend reaching out in your specific instance when it comes to upgrading.
All right, so everybody wants to know, how do you secure a position once you're ready? So I always recommend, even if you're not sure if you are qualified for the position, you can apply anyways. That's always the best way to go about it. We do also have job descriptions attached to every single one of our postings. But the first step is you want to visit our website and always click that Apply Now button. Submit an application through our online system. We have specific postings. So, for example, that could be a kindergarten teacher at Palm Point K-8 or a high school math teacher at Fort Pierce Westwood. Those would be specific postings. And then we have general postings. And that general posting looks like just teacher general. And all of our principals have access to that posting. Because a lot of the time we don't know when a vacancy will come available. Somebody may retire in the middle of a school year, and we need to go out there and see who could fit our needs based on that general posting. Now, the school may or may not call you to schedule an interview. Once you do interview and a position is offered, you will start our hiring process. And with that, you do have to come in and do your fingerprinting, and we will send you for your drug test. The benefits to becoming a teacher. So our starting salary is $44,600. We do have a referendum supplement, which is a tax millage that was passed in our county that will continue until 2023. So that brings the total salary to $45,600. We do have board paid retirement through FRS. And we do have board paid insurance as well and HSA. So that whole entire compensation package with benefits is $57,317.36. Moving on to substitutes, I'm going to pass the torch back to Jennifer.
So prior to transitioning to certification, I did handle substitutes. And one thing I want to say is substitute teaching is a great way to get your foot in the door in our district. Even if you don't qualify to be a full-time teacher, or you're working towards and becoming an aspiring teacher, if you're a recent graduate, retirees. I was a substitute teacher when I was a stay-at-home parent, so it just worked really well. And if you are between jobs, substitute teaching could be a great way for you to start your career with St. Lucie Public Schools. So what are the requirements to get started for substituting is a minimum of 60 college credits or an associate's degree or higher. And that would be something that you, when you submit your application, you would need to show proof of your transcript in the attachment section. The application process is pretty simple. It's pretty standard for all of our applications here in the district. You're first going to start off by submitting an application through our online system. Fingerprinting and drug screening are always going to be required, as well as we take a badge photo for you to become a substitute and identified on the school campuses. If you don't hold a valid teaching certificate here in the state of Florida, we will ask you to complete a substitute training course, but you'll get more information on that as you proceed through the hiring process. And then also the last thing is to attend an orientation, and that's where you're going to find out more information on how you're going to pick up assignments, view the assignments, and a little bit more about us as a district. Compensation is always a big hot topic, and we just actually increased our compensation for substitutes here in the district, which is woohoo, a bonus. So our teachers will start off making $97.50 for most of our school sites. We have identified critical needs schools that will pay you $126 per day. We also have a few school sites that are high critical needs, and we offer a compensation as $150 per day. And if you ever occupy a long-term assignment, which constitutes 21 days or longer in the same assignment, your pay will increase to $160 per day.
So if you ever have questions about your application, you don't know how to attach something, we have 3 wonderful ladies who are our application clerks that can assist you. And they assist by last name. So A through I would be Joanna, J to Q is Davia, and R through Z is Chris Parator. And they're always happy to help. Another way, if you're unsure of who to contact, we do have a email account you can email, and that is slps_employment@stlucieschools.org, and they all monitor that email. And then, of course, if you have questions, you can contact Jennifer DiDonato for certification. And then for substitutes, we do have that phone number, and you can email humanresources@stlucieschools.org. So I am just going to check out the discussions. It looks like somebody wants to know what constitutes a critical needs school.
Critical needs are just where we've seen a higher rate of absences or vacancies, and we offer an additional incentive to fill those absences. Same thing with high critical needs. Maybe they're just a little bit higher, and that's why we've added that additional incentive.
Awesome. And then we do have another question. It looks like somebody wants to know, what if you already have a Department of Education teacher certificate and submit it? Is it necessary to submit a transcript?
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, absolutely. We always need your transcripts if it is a required attachment for the application, as this is an audit item for us to ensure that you do have all the qualifications for the position. All right. And we got a few more comments coming in. So we are not speaking about paraprofessionals today. However, we are always in need of paraprofessionals, and we have many postings out there right now. So please be sure to go out and apply. We are offering the Parapro exam if you need to take that once a month through our ESE Student Services Department. Let's see, we have a couple more questions coming through. Just to clarify, to be a sub, you don't have to have an associate's degree if you have at least 60 college credits.
That is accurate. Yes, you just need to, if you have a couple of different transcripts that equal 60, maybe you transitioned and moved and you have a couple of transcripts, 60 college credits, that is acceptable as well.
And then somebody wants to know about application information. So after this session, we are going to break out into 2 different chat booths. So if you have specific questions about your application, definitely visit the general questions booth, and we'll be happy to get you the link to apply. Always visiting our website, you can go out there. There is Apply Now on the homepage, as well as going to our human resources page, how to apply link. So definitely want to check those out. Somebody wants to know, let's see, if they have a teaching license from another state, how would they transfer that to Florida?
Yeah, I just actually responded back with a link, but you would definitely need to apply to the DOE. It's called reciprocity. And if your state is accepted down here as reciprocity, you would basically get the same subject areas in which you held, say, in New York, and you would apply for those same subject areas for down here in Florida. You would upload a copy of your out-of-state certificate, as well as send copies of your official transcripts, whether it's bachelor's and/or master's or just the bachelor's. And then the DOE of Florida will go ahead and review your file, most likely reciprocity. So just keep in mind that you want to apply for each specific subject with the Department of Education in Florida.
So a couple of questions have come in about transcripts. So when you are applying for a position here, they don't need to be official transcripts, just as long as the transcripts you provide us indicate your degree conferred and they come from the college. We don't accept Word documents, only PDF. And then also, let's see. If you went to multiple colleges and you have different transcripts, your most recent college should show your total credits and what they have accepted from other institutions. So be on the lookout out on those transcripts to make sure that they include your previous college courses at other institutions. Now, it looks like a few people have some questions that are more specific to them. So what I'm going to recommend is that you join the certification chat booth after this presentation so that you can get your specific questions answered that are unique to you. And Jennifer and Beverly will be in that booth happy to answer those questions. And I am going to answer one more question, as this might be a question a lot of people have. So once you get that statement of eligibility, you are more than welcome to apply for any full-time teaching position. So definitely want to upload a copy of that statement of eligibility to your application. All right, so at this time, I do want to thank you all for joining us in this webinar. We hope that you found it very informational. We are going to now break out into different chat booths. So there is the general questions, so you can ask questions about application, about the school district itself, and then we also have our certification booth, where you can ask more certification questions that are specific to you. It is a text-based chat. And then if you are looking to relocate to the area, we have another booth with flyers. There will be no chats in there, but there are flyers on information of apartments and real estate in the area. And also be sure to check out any videos that we have attached in the various booths on why you should come down to St. Lucie County. All right, thank you all so much for your time. We'll see you in the chat booths. Bye.